Morning to all of you. By the grace of great God and great might, let us start today's article. And the today article is wave equation for transverse wave in a string. Wave equation for transverse wave in a string. So yesterday we have done what do you mean by transverse wave? Transverse wave means in which particles of a medium, get vibrate perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of wave. Okay, particle will oscillate in the perpendicular direction. Particle will oscillate in a perpendicular direction to the direction of the propagation of the wave. So this kind of wave is called a transverse wave. Okay. So basically what happens? The particles will not travel. The particles will not supposed to travel. Only disturbance or energy will travel from one point to the another point. Okay. Only energy or disturbance will travel from one point to the another point. So this is the basic story of the transverse wave, and yesterday we have calculated the velocity of that transverse wave. And what was the expression? What was the expression? Velocity is equal to square root of t by rho. T by rho. What is t? T is for tension in the string, and what is rho? Mass per unit length. Mass per unit length of the string. Okay, so let us start from here. First of all, please write two lines. Consider string AB. Consider a string AB. Consider a string AB plugged. Please write two lines just for the basics. Consider a string AB. Consider a string AB plugged in the middle. Plugged in the middle. Plugged in the middle. So that when left to itself, comma, it vibrate and the components of the tension T, this is tension T, and the components of the tension T at right angle to the length of string, tends to bring back to the equilibrium position. Now see, the tension T will act. See, this is the tangent. This is our tangent at point P, and this is tangent at point Q. So what will happen? The tangent at point T will act along the PR, and similarly tangent at Q will act along the path Q. So please write the tangent at point P, the tension will act along. Next point, the tension at point P. The tension at point P will act along PR, and at point Q, it is act along QT. See, I've shown this thing. The tension at point P will act along PR, and at point Q, it will act along QT. Yes, I will repeat. The tension at point P will act along PR. Is acting along PR, and at point Q, it is acting along QT. Now again we will apply the component. See, now I have drawn this line. PL is parallel to this AB. I have deliberately joined this line PL, which is parallel to the AB. Let us suppose this angle is theta. This angle is theta. this angle is theta, this angle is also theta. Why? By the property of this is parallel lines. AB is parallel to CD. If AB is parallel to CD, this angle will be equal to this angle. This is called correspondence angle. Theta is equal to theta. Similarly, at point Q, I have drawn a line QM which is parallel to the AB. And let us suppose this angle is theta minus delta theta. And I have backtracked this line to this point. So if this angle is theta minus delta theta, so this angle is also a theta minus delta theta, because by the property of this correspondence by geometry. Okay. Now break the components at point P. At point P. At point P. What will happen? See, this will be the vertical component and this will be the horizontal component. It means at point P, two forces will be acting on it. One is T cos theta and another is the T sin theta. Let us say T cos theta. T cos theta acting along horizontal direction, and similarly T sin theta acting vertically downward direction. Vertically downward direction. Okay. One thing remember, which is this delta theta angle is very small. This delta theta angle is very small. Very small. Okay. Similarly at point Q. Again, this theta minus delta theta. This is the horizontal component and this will be the vertical component. Okay. So T cos, what is the angle? Theta minus delta theta. Theta minus delta theta. Acting along horizontal direction, and similarly the angle T sin theta minus delta theta will be acting along a vertical upward direction. T sin theta minus delta theta acting along vertically downward direction. Okay. Now see these horizontal part. See this horizontal part T cos theta and T cos theta minus delta theta. Okay. They are acting along horizontally the opposite direction. So they will cancel out. One is acting in this direction and this is acting in this direction. They are almost acting along the same line. So this will be countered by this factor. Only two components will survive. One is T sin theta and another is the T sin theta minus delta theta. So what is the net force? The net force will be difference of them, because one is acting along in the downward direction and another is acting along at point Q is along the vertically upward direction. So net force acting is net force acting in vertically downward direction is T sin theta minus T sin theta minus theta. Okay, see these horizontal part will acting along the same line in opposite direction. Horizontal part will be cancelled out. Only vertical part will be survive, because this will be acting along at point P. This is acting along downward direction, and at point Q it is acting along vertical upward direction. So what is the difference? So what is the net force? Net force is the difference of the force, difference of the component. T sin theta minus T sin theta minus delta. Okay. Why are you late? I have to. Please. All of please, this is my request. All of you, please come in time. Okay? This punctuality is really important thing. See, please expand this. What is the formula sin A minus B? What's the formula of sin A minus B? What's the formula? Sin A minus B is equal to sin A cos B minus cos A sin. So it will be t sin theta minus. Are you getting all the points? It's quite easy. Only components part will be, component part is important, otherwise it is quite easy. Okay, apply the formula sin theta cos delta theta, okay, minus cos theta sin delta. Any doubt? Any doubt? See, since delta theta angle is very small, this is cos delta theta. Sorry. First of all, please expand this. Minus t will also come here. Now open the bracket. T sin theta minus t sin theta into cos delta theta. Minus plus t cos theta into sin delta. And out sin A cos B sin theta cos delta theta minus cos theta sin delta. Now applying this property, delta theta is very small. This delta theta is very small. So what will happen?
How many of you know about Indian boot camp?
Startup boot camp.
Don't know?
I shared one creative video class also. Have you seen it or not?
In front of this reception block A, we have two posters. One is for 3 days startup boot camp. Just look at there, it's a great opportunity for you. Gain a skill set within 3 days. You will not regret by attending that 3 days boot camp. Startup boot camp.
You're going to get many things about how to work for a startup. If you want to, maybe in future, right? So you're definitely going to learn many things. I'm going to share the registration link once again. If you want to, he especially wants students from first year, fresher students. So I'll share the registration link. If you are interested, don't fill it by today only. Okay?
See, this delta theta angle is very small. This delta theta angle is very small. Very small. This is very small. So what are this happens? This cos delta theta will be equal to 1. Delta theta is very small means delta theta is tending to 0. And cos 0 is a 1. Cos 0 is a 1. So it means if delta theta is very small, cos delta theta is equivalent to 1. And another property we can use, sin delta theta is equivalent to delta theta. Because for small angle, this is the property. For small angle theta, sin theta is equivalent to theta. You know it? And sin theta is equivalent to tangent of theta. And this property also holds. Sin theta is equivalent to theta and sin theta is equivalent to tangent of theta for small angle of theta. And cos of delta theta is equivalent to 1. Because delta theta small means delta theta is tending to 0, and we can assume that cos approximately 0 is equal to approximately nearly tending to 1. So we can write it as a 1. So see, this will become 1. This will become delta theta. So what will happen? T sin theta minus T sin theta plus T cos theta into delta. This will get this. What I'm getting? Only I'm getting T cos theta delta. And out. What I'm getting? T cos theta delta. That is equal to F. That is equal to F. Resulting force. Na? Okay. So I'm getting F is equal to T cos theta into delta. And out. It is a pure mathematics. Okay. T cos theta into delta theta. So here I will again use a trick. What's the derivative of sin theta? Cos theta. So can I write this like this? F is equal to T. See, it is very important trick. Can I write like this? T of delta of sin theta. I can write this because delta is derivative. Delta means a derivative. And derivative of this will be cos theta. Delta of sin theta is equal to cos theta into delta. So it means I can replace cos theta into delta theta by derivative of sin theta. I can replace. राजीव भाई can replace or not? कर सकता नहीं कर सकता हूँ. थोड़ा मैथ यूज होगा. ठीक है. This is basically we are using the property of derivative. Okay. So I can replace this cos theta. Let us say I have to basically give the equations. Let us say this is the equation number 1. Let us say no. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 3. Okay, equation number 3. Here we can write using equation 3 into using equation 3 2. So F is equal to T delta of sin theta. Okay. How was the Josh? Okay, समझ आ रहा है क्या?
Yes.
Are you getting all of things?
Yes,
Please
sir.
say in the one voice.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So please, so this is cos theta delta theta is replaced by delta of sin theta. Delta of sin theta. This is nothing but it's a derivative. It's a derivative. Okay. Again, trick, mathematical trick. See, for small angle, sin theta is equivalent to tangent theta, and you all know that what is tangent theta. Tangent theta is equal to no. I'll tell you. Give it equation number 4 and give it equation number 5. Using 4 in 5. It is very interesting. Using 4 in 5. What I'm getting? I'm getting F is equal to T of delta of tan theta. I simply replace sin theta by delta theta. Why? What is the reason? Because angle is very small. Angle is very small. And what is tangent theta? What is tangent theta? You have done coordinate geometry. Tangent theta is equal to derivative, the slope. Yes. Which one? This one. This one. This one. How this equation has reached?
Like the steps after that equation.
How we can obtain this equation?
The steps that follow after finding that equation.
So this is the final equation. D cos theta to delta theta.
Yes. And
Okay. See, cos theta to delta theta can be replaced by calculated like this delta of sin theta. Because using this property. See, in this form, d by d theta of sin theta is equal to cos theta, or or d sin theta is equal to cos theta into d theta. This is nothing but this one. This one. See, cos theta delta theta is equal to derivative of sin theta. So this is nothing but the derivative of sin theta. This is okay. Now it's okay. I think that is the important part. Please write this with the right pen. Okay. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta. So I can write this derivative of sin theta is equal to cos theta into d theta. So what we have done? We have done cos theta delta theta is replaced by derivative of sin theta. Derivative of sin theta. Again, for small angle, this sin theta can be replaced by tan theta. For small angle, sin theta can be replaced by tan theta. And you all know that in the quadratic geometry. Aji kabra.
Equation 1 and equation 2 is same.
Equation 1. हाँ वो सेम ही है ना. अच्छा सॉरी. हाँ सेम ही है. ये वन ही लिखो. This one. अब इसको ऐसे रहने दो. Otherwise I have to change. I have to basically 1 and 2 are same. 1 and 2 are same. 1 and 2 are same. Otherwise I have to change all the numbers. So it is better to write this. Numbers are not important. Understanding is important. सही है ना. आज एंजॉय करो ना. अच्छा लग रहा है आपको? दिस इज अ प्योर मैथमेटिक्स. ठीक है, फिजिक्स प्लस मैथमेटिक्स. हाँ जी. So I am getting a f is equal to t delta. Delta means derivative of tangent theta, and we all know that tangent theta is equal to slope. Is equal to slope. See, this is the formula of slope. Note. M is equal to dy upon d theta. This is equal to slope. Are you remember or not? Remember or not? dy upon dx for a linear displacement and for the angular displacement dy upon dx. M is called slope. M is called a slope. Let us say another formula is in the point form. Let us say if I have 2 points. This is called x1 comma y1 and this is the x2 comma y2. So what is the slope? What is the slope formula? In the quadratic form, m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So this is also the formula of slope in the point form. This is the formula. This is equal to tangent theta. Okay, if you want to calculate the slope of, can I wrap this diagram? I think there is no use of it. So I can wrap this diagram. Let us say I want to calculate the slope of this line. What I have to do? I have to simply taking the tangent of theta, and tangent of theta will give me the slope. M is called slope. M is called a slope. Let us say if theta is 45. What is slope? M is nothing but M is a slope. M is a slope. M is tan 45. Tan 45 is equal to. Okay. Another formula is if you don't know the angle, what you have to do? If you don't know the angle, let us say y is equal to. Let us say y is equal to 3x plus 2. This is a line. This is a line. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. What is the equation of straight line? Y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c is the equation of line in intercept form. In the intercept form. Are you getting this? See, let us say this is a straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. And this slope c is called intercept. This is intercept. C. Let us say this line has an equation y is equal to 3x plus 2. And what is the slope? How will you calculate the slope? Take the derivative. Take the derivative. So y is equal to 3x plus 4 dy upon dx is equal to 3. So 3 is the 3 derivatives. D by dx of 3x plus 4. See, it will like this. d by dx of y is equal to d by dx of 3x plus 4, and dy upon dx is equal to m. m is equal to 3. बातें समझ आ गया? ये सारा प्लस 1 का है, ये सारा quantity. See, for the integration students, this is a part of the mathematics under the coordinate method. Under the coordinator method. I think you have done in your country. Have you done this or not? It is not this. Your mathematics teacher might be told you. So these are very important and basic part. How we can calculate the slope of a straight line? How we can calculate the slope of a straight line? Simply take the derivative. Simply take the one method is take the derivative. Take the derivative. Another method is if angle is given, take the tangent of that angle. Take the tangent of that angle. And tangent of that angle will give me the value of slope. Value of the slope. And third point is if you have given the coordinates of that points. And what is the formula? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we have a three formula for the calculating the slope. One is taking derivative, another is taking the tangent of that angle, and third is slope in the point form. Take the difference of the coordinates and take the ratio of them. First part. Are you getting this? Okay, समझ आ रहा है? कवर में समझ आ रहा है आपको? ठीक है? ये कुछ नहीं है, कुछ ज़्यादा बड़ी चीज नहीं है. So apply this. So can I write this tangent theta as a dy upon dx? Can I write this? Can I write this by? So f is equal to t delta tan theta. Sorry. Tangent theta is equal to dy upon dx. Tangent theta is equal to dy upon dx is equal to slope. Let us say this is a 6, this is 7. Use 7 and 6. Use 7 and 6. So f is equal to t derivative of dy by dt. And out. See, so this is again derivative. Derivative means I can take the derivative of this. So delta of dy upon dx will become d by dx of dy upon dx into delta x. Again mathematical property. So this will become a d2y upon dx square into delta x. And out. Just I use this property. I use this property. Similarly, I can write this delta of dy upon dx is equal to derivative d upon dx of dy upon dx into delta x. It will become a d2y upon dx square. d2y upon dx square into delta x. Let us say this is 8, this is 9. This is a very important article as far as the exams is concerned. Use 9 in 8. F is equal to t d2y upon dx square. राधे समझ आ रहा है? क्यों हो रहा है? What is happening? This is nothing but mathematics. And which mathematics? Derivative properties. We are continuously using the derivative property and sign formula because it is in the curve path. And for the curve we can take the slope, and the slope can be calculated by the derivative because the formula for the slope is m is equal to tangent theta is equal to dy upon dx or dy upon d theta. If the displacement is linear, then we can take dy upon dx. If the slope is along the angle displacement, then we can take dy upon d theta. One and same thing. Okay. And out. Okay. Can you wrap this? See, this point is very important. This point, and this point. Again, I am closing in the box because from the book you are not. Well, it is very difficult to understand from the book. So I have explained all the things. I have elaborated all the things, all the mathematical part, so that it will be a convenient for you to make a better understanding of it. Okay, Boltzmann, Sean. Okay, Peter. Peter, तो आया नहीं आज. It is not there.
Sir,
Yes.
I'm still failing to understand where we get our slope.
You are not getting the slope.
Yeah, the slope.
So see, slope means slope is nothing but slope is basically the slope is equal to the derivative of that function. Okay. Simply, let us say we have a function f of x. Let us say f of x is equal to y is equal to 4x squared. Let us say this. Now you want to calculate the slope of this. What I will do? I want to calculate m. What I will do? I will take a derivative. I will take the derivative with respect to x. So d upon dx of y is equal to d upon dx of 4x squared. What is the answer? What's the answer of this? 16x. Sorry, 8x. What's the answer? 8x. Because 4 is out and derivative of x squared is 2x. 4 into 2x is 8x. And this is equal to dy upon dx. And dy upon dx is nothing but it is called a slope. It is called a slope. So value of slope is 8x. So that is how you can calculate the value of slope. If we see, we have a three formula for calculating the slope. First of all, if the angle is given, use the formula m is equal to tan of theta. If the angle is not given, equation is given, then apply derivative formula. And the third one is equation is not given, only the points are given. Then use the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, and that will be equal to m. That will be equal to the m. Okay. Just like this. These are 2 points A and B. I want to calculate the value of m of this line. Nothing has been given. I have to give only points. Let us say this point is 3, 4 and this point is 5, 6. Boltzmann, tell me the answer. What is the slope of this line? M is equal to 6 minus 4 divided by 5 minus 3. 2 divided by 2, answer is. It means what does this mean? It means this line will make an angle 45 degree with the x-axis. Because slope is 1 and slope is 1 only when the angle is 45. When the angle is 45. Because tangent of 45 is. Are you getting this? So all the things are interlinked with each other. All the things are interlinked with each other. So we have 3 different forms for calculating the slope. One is take derivative, another is take tangent of theta, and third one is take the formula, apply the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2. Are you getting this point? Done? Should I proceed? Okay. Now apply, and we all know that f is equal to ma. Do you know that f is equal to ma? Okay. Yes, we will calculate the mass. What is mass? Density is equal to. What is this slope? Rho is called density. Rho is the mass per unit length. Rho is called the mass per unit length. So density is equal to. So I can write m is equal to rho delta x. Can I write this? M is equal to rho delta x. Yes. Okay. I can replace m by rho delta x. Okay. I can, because rho is nothing but mass per unit length. Mass per unit length. See this mass by length into length. Length will get cancelled and only mass will survive. So nothing get changed. Okay. So I can write m is equal to rho delta x, and the explanation is nothing but Time derivative. Acceleration is equal to dy upon dt. Because we are taking the motion of the vertical direction. Acceleration is equal to, see, what is velocity? Velocity is equal to dy upon dt. If the motion is along the y direction, along the y axis. And what is acceleration? It is equal to d2y upon dt. Okay, so I can plate this acceleration by d2y upon dt. This is equal to force. 11. Let us say this is question number 11. Okay, compare 10 and 11. Compare 10 and 11. Compare 10, yes. No, yesterday we have defined this. Rho is the mass per unit length. Rho is called the mass. Here we are using the mass per unit length. Mass per length into delta x into length. Length cancel. Mass is equal to mass. Okay. Rho is the mass per unit length of the string. For the portion PQ. For the portion PQ. For the small portion. For the see, this mass is valid only for the small portion PQ. For the small portion PQ of the string. Okay, for only the small variation. Are you getting this? What is this though? Mass per length. What is delta x? Length will get cancel length. Mass is equal to mass. Nothing gets changed. So both dimensions of both left hand side is equal to the dimensions of right hand side. Okay. Now compare 10 and 11. Compare. So t d2y upon dx square into delta x is equal to rho delta x into d2y. This will cancel. Okay. And now d2y upon dx square is equal to rho upon d into d2y upon dx square, or d2y upon dt square is equal to d by rho into d2y upon dt. What is d upon rho? Let us say this is equation number 12. What is d upon rho? Velocity square. So I can write this. Yes, we will calculate this. V is equal to square root of t by rho. V is equal to t by rho. Square root of t by rho. This is the article Nagapattu that we have calculated yesterday. So V square is equal to t by rho. What is t? Anji. कोई बात नहीं. Another article is on the last one. Let us use 13. Using 13 for use 13 in 12. What I'm getting, see, it is very important for the exam point of view. So d2y upon dt square is equal to v square into d2y upon dx square. And out. Okay. So this is the one form of the equation 14, or d2y upon dx square is equal to 1 by v square into d2y upon dt square. This is another form of the wave equation. 14 and 15 are same. 14 and 15 are same. Okay. So this is called a transverse wave equation. This is a center of the article. 14 and 15 are called transverse wave equation for a string. For a समझ आया? ये वाला कहाँ से? पूछो कहाँ से? ये वाला देखो बेटा, ये v is equal to square root of t by root. तो इसको हमने स्क्वायर रूट किया, यहाँ पे पुट किया, ये इसको इस तरफ ले गए, इस तरफ, ये क्या आ गया नीचे 1 by v स्क्वायर आ गया, d2y upon dx square is equal to 1 by v square d2y. तो इस तरफ क्या हो गया, इस तरफ हो गया x डेरिवेटिव, इस तरफ क्या हो गया टाइम डेरिवेटिव. ओके, सो इक्वेशन 14 and 15 is called transverse wave equation for a string. Transverse wave equation for a string. Okay, in general, see, I can replace y by psi. I can replace y by psi. This y by psi. What is psi? Psi is called wave function. Psi is called a wave function. Psi is called wave function. So in general, this equation will become d2 psi upon dx square is equal to 1 by v square into d2 psi upon dt square. I have simply replaced y by psi. I have simply replaced y by psi. So this is a general way. You have to memorize this. d2 psi upon dx square is equal to 1 by v square d2 psi upon, what is the velocity of transverse wave in a string? And this is time derivative. This is a second order time derivative. This is a second order space derivative because x is 0. Okay. And what will be the solution of this? Solution of this equation will be psi is equal to a into e to the power iota omega t minus kx. This is the solution of this equation. And for this y is equal to a into the power iota omega t minus kx. This is the solution of this. Y and psi are same. Y and psi are same. So this is the solution. This is the solution of this equation. And this is the solution of this. And out. And out, friends. And out. Actually, in this part, I think rigorous derivative properties are used. Tricks, mathematical tricks are used, and you have to be very well aware of that. Which mathematical trick is using. Otherwise, article is very simple, very simple. Okay, so that is why I am always telling you, physics is always interpreted in terms of mathematics. You have to be a very good hand on the mathematics. Okay, so thank you so much. See you in the next class. Thank you for being with us. Thank you.